Well, hello everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to everyone all over the world. Hope you all are doing well. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and have a quick live and just say a couple words about Her Majesty the Queen. I can't believe it's been 2 years since her passing already. Hello. I can see you guys slowly coming into the room, into the chat here. Hi, Karen. Hi, April. Hi, Nicola. Hi, Kat. Hi, Christina. I know I just set up this, hi, Anne. I just set up this live about like a few minutes ago. So I know like a lot of people might not know that I've gone live, but also I understand if we have a small little intimate crowd today. I think the intimate crowd would be is nicer for this live. I think I've always said, you guys, that basically, in my opinion, that the monarchy basically died the same day the queen passed away. And that's just been my opinion. I feel like the queen was the thread that would keep everyone together. And the moment that she passed away, it was like, oh, it's a free for all where everyone can absolutely go nuts because the woman in charge has passed away and we don't have to worry about offending her anymore. That's honestly what I think. Give me a second, you guys. Hold on a second. Sorry, my friends. I just was interrupted by my little one here, so I just went on mute here. But what I wanted to say, basically, I wanted to jump on here and play a couple clips of the Queen, and also, yeah, everything has been out of whack since the Queen passed. It definitely feels like she was the thread that kept everyone together. She kept Parliament in check, she kept world leaders in check, and it feels like the moment she passed, hold on a second, guys, my apologies. Ah, the joys of having a little one run around in the morning. So, my apologies, friends, for that again. My apologies. I'm just saying that it honestly feels like everyone had respect for the queen. The queen was the piece of the puzzle that kept everyone together. And then I don't know. And then it feels like ever since she passed, you guys, that the whole world's gone mental. It honestly you mean the moment Liz Truss shook hands with her? I don't know. I just feel like everything has just gone straight to hell ever since the queen has passed away. Um, Marion says, has been is such an arse to think that some of us don't consider her our grandmother either. She was a big part of our lives too. Well, Harry was an arse who said the same thing about when Diana passed away, right? He came out and said, oh, I don't understand why all these people were crying for her when they didn't even know her. Like, why are you crying for her? And it's like this idiot is still using the memory of his mother to monetize and keep his bank account afloat. He didn't want us to grieve his mother, but yet he wants us to care about hearing him talk about her, right? It's the exact same thing. It's I don't know. I don't know. I am just so disgusted with Harry and Meghan trying to desecrate the queen's legacy in her final years. The queen gave over 70 years of her life, more than that, to service and duty, whereas Point to me another woman in this world who has given so much of herself her to her job. We will never, and we have never seen a woman as dedicated as the Queen. And that is why I looked up to her personally myself. Personally, when I looked at the Queen, I thought of a woman who kept her word, who kept calm and kept carrying on despite all of the craziness that was going around her. She was the woman that kept everyone calm when people were losing their minds. When people were losing their minds, the Queen was the one who made us all calm. The Queen made us all remember that, okay, if she's not worried, then we shouldn't worry. Everything will be okay in the end. And that's what that's what I believe. Um, Armani says Queen Elizabeth II was too soft on the black sheep, in my opinion. I think that also. I've always said that I never believed um, Andrew and Harry were the Queen's favorites. I never believed that entire narrative that was being basically passed around all the time. That was the narrative that the Queen's favorites were Andrew and Harry, whereas personally, I believe that the Queen knew that Andrew and Harry were two complete screw ups who could ruin the monarchy, which is why she kept them closer, which is why she gave them a bit more of a leeway, which she shouldn't have, and which is why they were coddled more. I think that I mean, I can't speak for the Queen, but if I was someone who knew that I had two black sheep in the family, you bet your ass I wouldn't be coddling them. That's for sure. That's for sure. And really, we watched the Queen give over 70 years of her life to the people, whereas a raggedy trollop like Meghan Markle, who loves to constantly call herself a global role model for women and girls, couldn't even handle 72 days as a working member. She couldn't last more than 18 months in the royal family because she didn't want to last. It was all about her. We've seen how much the Queen has supported other people. Have you ever heard the Queen go around and call herself a global role model for women and girls? No, she never did that kind of stuff. You don't see Catherine doing that. You don't see any of them doing that. You just see an insecure, raggedy harlot who married the dumb one of the family who isn't even the spare even anymore. Harry really needs to stop calling himself the spare because he's not William Spare anymore. He stopped being the spare when George was born. Let's call Harry Meghan's spare now. He can be Rachel's spare tire. He can be Rachel's bag handler. I love the chat here. The chat is so messy here. I love what you guys are saying in the chat. So basically, I wanted to, Wendy, you're right. She never gave it 2 minutes because even from when you really think about it, even before Meghan even married into the royal family, she was telling everyone that she was going to modernize the royal family. This was a broad who never accomplished anything on her own accord without having a man help her. The only reason she has this platform is because she married the dumb prince that nobody wanted. And this dummy who, despite sleeping with producers and people in the film industry, only made it to number 6 on the call sheet. So that just right there tells you that she's not fit for anything. But yet in her delusional mind, she thought before she could even join the monarchy that she was someone who could modernize it. I mean, who's ever like the ego on that broad. The absolute ego of her to think that with her non-experience and knowledge of anything, could she modernize the monarchy? Meghan Markle wants to be called a role model for women. But how are you a role model when all you've done is basically swallow bananas and bruise your knees to get where you are in life? What is it, Monster? Monster's a little growly. I've always said that Meghan Markle is not she's not a role model. If she wants to be a role model, she can be a role model to women on how to not screw up opportunities when you're given them. That will be a book that I would want to read. If Meghan, well, I don't even think she would write that because she's too lazy. But Meghan Markle really is the blueprint of how to not screw up every single opportunity that lands in your lap. And that's what she does. Every single opportunity Meghan Markle has ever received has always been screwed up. Always. What happened to Spotify? What happened with Netflix? What about her cooking show? If I got 1% of the chances that she has received, guys, I'd be making things happen. I would be like working my butt off if I got just one of the opportunities Meghan Markle had received. But she never cared. She thought that she knew it all. She thought she was better than everyone. And really, how insecure and how pathetic are you to have to attempt to destroy the legacy of a woman who was the queen for over 70 years? But what I wanted to do, I wanted to come on here, and there was a video that was made not too long ago by Royal Insta Blog, and they put together a video. I think it was not too long after the Queen had passed away or after her memorial. And I just wanted to share it here with you guys, and I wanted to play it for you all, and I wanted you guys to hear it. As you guys can tell, I'm a little bit hold on a second here. Can you guys tell? I've got my little one running around in the morning, so I'm kind of like juggling that. Luckily, he's staying nice and quiet. That's the only thing that I can be happy about right now, but he's definitely acting like a little tornado. So let me share the screen here and hi everyone who is just joining into the live. I wanted to play this this montage that Royal Instablog put together, and with the background of King Charles reading My Heart is in the Highlands. So listen to this, and I hope you guys enjoy this. Listen, I get the chills, and I get goosebumps, and I get teary and weepy-eyed every time I hear it, but let's go here.
In the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands, forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents, loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. In the Highlands.
Y'all, I've got tears and goosebumps, and oh my God, my eyes are watering. My eyes are definitely watering here. Princess Anne, watching Princess Anne during the Queen's funeral, during the entire procession, and just seeing her at the end there where she, you can hear my voice is cracking, where she curtsies to Her Majesty's coffin right here. This took me out. This moment right here where she curtsies to her mother's coffin just made me cry. Can we just watch it one more time? Is that okay, guys? Can I play it just once more and then I'll flip it off because I'm starting to get teary-eyed.
In the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands, forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go.
Ugh. Onions, guys. Onions. Who's cutting onions? Royal Instablog, shout out to them for putting together that montage. When they made it, I've actually had it saved in my phone. So I keep bringing it up every time it's the Queen's memorial. But every time I see this, it makes me cry. I get all teary-eyed. And the thing that gets me is that everyone knows, everyone knew that some raggedy trollop from Montecito just wouldn't be able to not pop up. I think we all called it, you guys. We all called it. We knew this would happen. Yeah, it's a poem. The My Heart is in the Highlands is a poem by Robert Burns. And if you go to YouTube has now changed it from community to post. So where I put all the postings on YouTube, I've actually copied the entire poem and I've put all the lyrics on my community post if you want to go check it out. Yeah, it's a poem. It's by Robert Burns. It's a beautiful poem. And I feel like the way that King Charles read it, he read it the best. I feel like King Charles is very good at reading poems. And just when he reads it with such emotion, like you feel the words that he's speaking. But, oh, goodness, guys, I'm in tears. I've got many tears, and I know there's some sugars in my comment section that are like, oh, she's dead. You should just let her rest in peace like Diana. Well, it's not the same as Diana. First of all, the Queen touched many more hearts than Diana. She was around more than Diana. And this is fresh. This was new. If this had happened to Diana, I'd be sitting here 2 years later and be saying the same thing. It's new. It just happened. You can't tell people like, oh, just leave it alone. I think people are sick and tired of hearing about Princess Diana because since Harry and Meghan got together, they have been doing nothing but desecrating the memory of Diana, and just people are sick and tired of hearing about her. And I feel like with the Queen, Harry and Meghan did so much damage in her last few years to try and desecrate her memory. It was I don't know. It's appalling. It's absolutely appalling. Susan says, did Charles speak it for that video or was it taken? So basically, Royal Instablog took Charles speaking it for another video, and then she spliced in all the images with him speaking it. But yeah. I wish I had the talent to make these little images and put together these little splices with the words and the voice audio all behind it, but I'm not as good. So big credit goes out to Royal Instablog for that, definitely. And, like this raggedy trollop, let's talk about this because we knew this was going to happen. We knew this dumb bitch couldn't keep it together. So, of course, on the eve of the Queen's anniversary, the Daily Mail gets an article and they put it out at 7:29 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, which is about 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, around 3, 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, Meghan Markle time, because that's LA time. So at 3 in the morning, she decides to drop that Meghan Markle speaks at an Oprah Winfrey book club in California on the eve of the anniversary of Queen Elizabeth's death. I mean, what a trollop. What a disgusting, foul loser. I don't know what kind of pathetic asshole you need to be. Well, you are Meghan Markle, right? You are a pathetic arsehole like Meghan Markle. So Meghan Markle spoke at her close friend Oprah Winfrey's book club session last night in California, where her husband's controversial memoir, Spare, was proudly on display. The Duchess was one of several light-filled speakers, whatever the fuck that means now, who addressed the crowd at Good Mother's bookstore at a gathering space in Summerland, located just miles from where she lives in Montecito. The star-studded event was attended by actor Marco Leone, astrology and psychology expert Jennifer Freed, and author, teacher, and psychic medium Laura Lynn Jackson, all of whom highlighted Meghan on their Instagram stories. Okay, first of all, I don't know. Star-studded? Let's talk about star-studded. Number one, I don't know any of the names that they mentioned here. Do you guys recognize any of the names? Who is Marco Leone? An astrology and psychology expert, Dr. Jennifer Freed, and a psychic medium, Laura Lynn Jackson. I wonder if that's the same psychic medium who Meghan Markle's been using to claim that she's been talking to Diana on the other side. You know that? What a load of garbage. This just shows, okay, hold on. I need to change my avatar because I cannot have the Queen's photo up here while I am trashing Meghan Markle. It doesn't feel right. There we go. So here we go. So Meghan Markle basically left the royal family. She used to stand next to politicians, well-known dignitaries, and instead, she is now standing beside a bunch of nobodies in a random bookstore. This is how far Meghan Markle has fallen. But not only is Meghan Markle a loser in this aspect, and look, oh, how cute of Laura Lynn Jackson to put a photo, this horrendous photo of Meghan looking all smug, probably telling her soap story again from when she was 11 to the crowd of women. Look, I don't know who told Meghan Markle that halter top jumpsuits are outfits for her, but she's truly given SpongeBob body here. Like SpongeBob body, she loves showing off her body for the women in the group. I mean, I don't know. Usually when I go to a book event or at a bookstore, I usually take my little one with me also. But of course, Meghan Markle, childless Meghan Markle is at an event, at an unknown event. And let's be honest, doesn't it give off the vibes that, oh, look, guys, come to this random unknown bookstore in the middle of Montecito and you can meet the Duchess of Sussex. It is so, oh my God, it's such a downfall. It is such a downfall. You are now speaking in unknown bookstores where you used to hang out with the royal family and speak with dignitaries. This is Meghan Markle, the global role model for women and girls? Yeah, right. But you know what was even more funny to me? Okay, so I zoomed in right on this. Okay, this photo right here. And the reason why I zoomed right in onto this photo was because, okay, we know Oprah is worth like what? $1 billion, right? She's worth a whole hell of a lot of money than Meghan Markle. Okay. Do you? Okay. I don't. Sorry, I can't stop laughing. So here's Meghan sitting here pretending with her little reserved sign on the back of her seat. And you see this guy here? Only Meghan Markle comes into a closed bookstore, which is probably like a safe area, with women who have a much higher net worth than her. And Meghan is the only one who requires a security guard, her bodyguard, to sit right behind her. Where only Meghan Markle requires the use of a security guard to sit behind her while sitting in front of a woman who's worth billions of dollars and doesn't require security herself to stand so close to her. Do you guys understand this? Do you guys get how stupid this woman looks? How absolutely ridiculous she looks? I would love to be a fly on the wall in that room when Meghan Markle left, just to know what those women were saying about her. Like, I can just imagine the laughs and giggles and like, these women are probably, all the women in that room most definitely have a higher net worth than Meghan Markle. And yet she is the only one walking around with a security in a bookstore. She is the only one who requires a bodyguard to walk behind her. Absolutely pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. So Honesty and Truth says, MeghansMole, as someone else pointed out, wait, wasn't the numpty at an all-girls school and when the wretched soap advert letter was written? Yeah, that's been discussed before. That's been discussed before, whereas we have always said that the whole story about Meghan claiming that the boys in her class turned to her and said, women, that's where women belong, in the kitchen. But yet she always claimed that she was in an all-girls Catholic school. So how does that even work out? How is that even possible? Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, honesty and truth, I feel like creators that are just getting into the whole Meghan Markle thing, or that are like, they're bringing up things that we've already mentioned in the past, and some of them think that they are the first ones to bring out this information, and then they go along attacking other YouTube creators because they think that they're stealing information. No, it's nothing like that. I feel like something is going on in the YouTube world right now along Megxit accounts, where this is just my opinion, and I feel like there has been, you know, when you feel like someone is putting out stories, like bad stories, just to get the Megxit YouTubers to look bad. I kind of feel like that is going on, just to make it seem like, she, like, all of the information, like, just to make us look bad, just like with all the information that is being put out, like so many conspiracies. I just feel like some things I believe and some things I'm just like, okay, this is going a little too far. But I feel like there are some bad eggs amongst us who are trying to destroy the Megxit YouTube community by putting out random conspiracy stories. So I sometimes feel like, go ahead, watch the stories that you would like to, I mean, listen to the information that they are putting out, but then go from there and decipher what you like. Use your common sense. Use your common sense and your critical thinking skills and just think, does this make sense? Is this like actually real? Or is this someone who is just trying to cause drama amongst the Megxit community to make us all look like as crazy and unhinged as the Sussex squad? And that's the vibes that I'm getting. I feel like sometimes we get creators who come into this space who like to start arguments within other creators, who like to just have other people pile on other creators. So I feel like, yeah, as TC says, muddying the waters and starting rows. That's exactly, yeah, that's exactly what I feel. Like I love the fact that YouTubers are digging deep down the rabbit hole, but there are some things that sometimes you just need to step back and just be like, okay, does this make sense? Or are these people out to really, like TC said, muddy the waters to make us all look crazy? So I feel like we need to be very careful with what is going on. That's just my opinion in all of this, my friends. That's just my opinion. Give me a second here, guys. I just got to close a couple doors here. No, I'm not locking my little one anyway. I feel like this is disgusting though. The fact that Meghan Markle decided to release this on the eve of her of the Queen's anniversary of her passing, I feel like this was intentionally done. This is intentional. This is gross. And it just goes to show the type of people that Meghan and Oprah are. Oprah has no integrity, but then also think about it this way: Oprah is keeping Meghan close. And why? Because Oprah wants to be the person who gets that very first interview from Meghan when the divorce comes down the line. I know what Oprah's doing. Oprah probably can't stand Meghan Markle. She doesn't give a shit about Meghan Markle, but she's just keeping Meghan Markle close so that she can get the first scoop when the divorce comes down the line. That's what I believe. That's what I think 100%. Oprah doesn't care about the royals. She only cares about the scoop and getting the story. That's it. And this is why they put this out. This is why this image was put out of Meghan sitting in front of Oprah. Because despite it being the Queen's anniversary, the second anniversary of her passing, Meghan is still being petty and being a petulant little bitch by putting out a photo like this out. What, you couldn't wait till the next day? You couldn't wait till tomorrow? You just had to do this on the anniversary of the Queen's death? That just shows how much of a trash bag loser individual Meghan Markle truly is. This raggedy two-bit trollop not only disrespected the Queen, don't ever forget that. Don't ever forget that the Queen was disrespected, was not only disrespected by Meghan Markle, but her own grandson, Prince Harry, allowed it to happen. Prince Harry allowed this raggedy trollop to come and paint his grandmother, the Queen, as a racist, as a colonizer. He allowed Omid Scobie, the man with a plastic face, to trash the Queen and her legacy, and Prince Philip. And then this bitch, okay, pardon my French, this bitch will go as far as to steal the Queen's name, Lilibet. She goes and steals the Queen's insignia, as I showed you guys on the other day, with her ARO emblem is a copy of the Buckingham Palace gate insignia. And on top of that, she goes and completely desecrates the Queen's memory. Like, she has no respect for anyone. And this is why I will never, ever forgive Meghan Markle and Harry. I don't ever want them to at all, at all, to ever come back to the royal fold. I have no respect for Meghan and Harry. Meghan is a loser. This is who Meghan Markle is. She is not a woman who supports other women as she claims. She's not a woman who likes to help other women. It's all about her. It's all about Meghan. Meghan honestly thinks that she can go around telling everyone who can do what and what they should be and how they can be living their lives when she can't even get her own house in order. I honestly, I've always said this before and I'll say it again here. I 100% believe that Harry and Meghan stressed out the queen and caused her to go into an earlier grave despite her having her health issues. I think had Harry and Meghan not put on the amount of stress that they did on the queen, we would still have the queen today. I honestly think that. I honestly believe had it not been the stress that these two degenerate losers have put on the queen and the royals and now are doing the same to King Charles, they hastened her to go into a grave sooner than later. I 100% believe she would have made it to 100. I 100% believe she would have made it to 100. But yeah, she didn't. And I will never ever forgive Harry or Meghan for everything that they have put the queen through in her final years. I love and respect the queen. I will always look up to the queen because she is literally the epitome of what a strong woman should be. She is like, we will never ever, yes, and Catherine, definitely Catherine, but where have we ever seen another woman work as hard as the queen ever has? No one has. It's all been about victim mentality. It's all been about being a victim and whining and complaining, and that's not my style. I want to look up to a strong woman who looks has no fear, basically, is compassionate, does care about people, doesn't need to go around tooting her own horn. The fact that Meghan Markle needs to go around telling everyone constantly, I'm a global role model for women, I'm a feminist, I'm a fire for women and all girls. Bullshit. You are not. You are anything but. You're a misogynistic feminist, but you are not a feminist in any shape or manner. Not one bit. And I just wanted to jump on here and just remind you all. I feel like I need to remind you all of what Meghan Markle did when
I remember we're in the car and driving up, and he's, you know how to curtsy, right? And I just thought it was a joke. Like, I curtsied as though I was like, pleasure to meet you, Your Majesty.
Right. You like that shows the level of respect Meghan Markle had for anyone. That just shows. This is the same, like, you thought curtsying to Her Majesty was a joke, but yet you expect and get little school children who don't have any idea about a monarchy to curtsy for you. I just thought it was a joke. No, you idiot. In that moment, you just showed how much of a dumbass you truly are. You showed us all how much of a pathetic loser you truly are. Because even myself, as a peasant, knows that to show respect to the queen, you need to curtsy to her the first time you see her. And then from there, you address her as Your Majesty, ma'am. She wants all of this done to her. Meghan Markle wants people to curtsy for her. She wants people to call her ma'am. But for the Queen, it was a joke. Mm, 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 mm. What a dirty little skank. Seriously. Hi, Steven. Steven says Meghan's curse. Courtney Fascano, co-founder of Cesta Collective, in court February 2024 by American Express for $124,000 unpaid on the company credit card. Now, was that in addition to the other American Express card that they owe on, Steven? I'm sure you'll send me messages about that. But yeah, it seems like Meghan just likes to go after the bottom feeders. Rachel Jamragland says the sugars are coming into the chat pretending to be royalists. Oh, you can always tell. You can always tell, but let them come in. I love having sugars in the chat because they are entertaining. But I just wanted to jump on here, my friends, and just say a couple words about the Queen and just this entire trying to overshadow the royal family on these kinds of days just really show Meghan Markle to be a two-bit snake-tongued raggedy harlot that she is. Can you imagine going around calling yourself a woman who has compassion for others, and yet on occasions like the Queen's anniversary, you drop a story about how you hung out with Oprah? Doesn't that just show you to be the most uncaring, uncompassionate, no empathy having loser? Meghan Markle is a woman that I would tell everyone to look up to if you want to lead a life of failure. If you want to lead a life full of drama, full of toxicity, full of negativity, then look at Meghan Markle. And I always find it so interesting when sugars come into my chat and try and call me names when I already know everything about you by the fact that you are looking up to and idolizing a raggedy whore like Meghan Markle. That tells me everything that I already need to know about you, which is why I don't bother engaging with them. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get the hell out of here. I wanted to keep this a short live, but I will be back later with a video on another topic. I'm going to make it an uploaded video instead of a live because I know you guys enjoy the uploaded videos that are short, quick, and to the point. And oh, Stephen, okay. Thank you, Stephen. You say this was in October 2020 and also 60K incurred cost. Okay. Got it. Thank you so much, Stephen. I appreciate you so much. Stephen is incredible. If you guys hear any of us Megxit YouTubers, or I don't even want to call myself a Megxit YouTuber, any of us YouTubers covering Harry and Meghan, if you hear us talking about their financial stuff, just know that it is Stephen who has done the deep dives for us, who goes the distance, and we appreciate you so much. Well, I appreciate you so much, Stephen. I definitely do. And all the information you send out to me, because Lord knows I cannot read those numbers. World Gone Mad says Kings County Supreme Court captioned American Express. Yeah, I see it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, thanks, Stephen. You're top notch. But anyways, I mean, we knew this was going to happen. We knew Meghan Markle was going to pop up on the Queen's anniversary because that's just the ghoul that she is. That is truly the type of person that she is, that anytime someone has a death or there's a tragedy, that this vampire needs to show up and acts like, oh, everything is okay in the world. I'm telling you guys, the karma for her that comes back is not going to be pretty at all. Let me tell you that. It's not going to be pretty because there is only so much shit you can put into the universe without the universe coming back and slapping you back down in the face with karma. Like, there is something huge, and the amount of shit that Meghan Markle has put out into the universe with her bad karma, just watch, something will happen. Something will happen. But anyways, guys, I'm going to get the heck out of here. I'm going to go take care of my little one, run some errands, and I will catch you all in the next one, I guess. Let me see. Yeah, it will be brutal for her. Let me take a couple comments and then I'll go. How about that? Let me take a couple comments. Bye-bye, Molly. See you. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Oh man, started 44 minutes ago. It's okay, SCJ. I really only gave like a 15-minute warning before I went live, so it's all good. But anyways, you know what? How about we close off with a reading with the Prince Charles reading for Her Majesty. How about we close off the show with that? Because let me go here. Let me go here. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Yeah, it's definitely bad juju. You can't go around putting so much bad juju in the world and not expect for it to come and smack you right back in the face. But anyways, let me finish off with this and I will catch you guys in the next one.
In the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands, forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. In the Highlands, my heart is not here. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. Farewell to the Highlands, farewell to the North, the birthplace of valor, the country of worth. Wherever I wander, wherever I rove, the hills of the Highlands, forever I love. Farewell to the mountains, high covered with snow. Farewell to the straths and green valleys below. Farewell to the forests and wild hanging woods. Farewell to the torrents and loud pouring floods. My heart's in the Highlands, wherever I go. In the Highlands,